This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis Ferreira, Margaret, Big C, Bennett Williamson, Dylan C, Hannah Green, Noralia, Geof Searles, Erik Reed, Greysin Ishara, Ashlee Bradley, Laura Lewis, and Helena Jacobsen. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Zane Sciacca to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team as our newest producer-level patron. So Zane joins the ranks of Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Benjamin, Jamie Young, Megan, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Adam, Mozyme, Michelle Forbes, MKM, Antoine Benoit, Lawrence Bradley, Colby T, Gabby Young, and Rycat. Thank you so much, Zane. We really, truly appreciate your support.
This is Uno Bloody Nemesta, and you're listening to the Goat Kissers from the Wheel Weaves podcast.
In this episode, we are talking about chapters 49, 50, and the epilogue of The Gathering Storm.
Yeah, chapter 49 is Just Another Man, chapter 50 is Veins of Gold, and the epilogue is Bathed in Light.
Now, Veins of Gold, isn't that a repeat chapter title?
No, it's not a repeat chapter, but we had a phrase mentioned to us about Veins of Gold, about the love that the women could feel.
Like veins of gold.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. I thought it was a chapter title previously. No?
No.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Until now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. This is
remembered it, though.
That's good. I'm glad that you did. So I was going to say it's pretty monumental that we're here.
Yeah,
for
we
more
did
than
it.
one reason. Not just because we're finishing The Gathering
finished
Storm.
the book.
We did it, finally. Like, it took a decent... This is a long book. It's a lot of chapters.
Yeah, and we really slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. We had to, but for a good reason, too. Also, because this is the last episode we're going to be recording in the house we started the podcast in.
Right.
This is it. This is the last one.
I'm going to have to see about that.
Why?
Well, because we have to do the book recap.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
And I really don't think our new space is going to be ready before next week.
Well, I don't know that we're going to be able to come back here. There won't be any furniture. Like, we're going to sit on the floor? Like, what are we doing here?
No, okay, we'll have to do it there. We'll have to do it there. It'll just be really echoey.
And people will have to deal with that.
Oh, no.
They're going to have to, be understanding.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Find a shoe closet. We'll go in there.
Yeah, but there's no shoes. There's no closet. There's nothing in it.
The sound just bouncing around an empty house. Oh, my goodness. Okay. But yeah, it's big. It's big. And I'm glad that we're here. And I kind of feel like we're ending on a good note. Like, I don't know if I want to get ahead of us, like, in the episode here, but it feels like we might end this book kind of okay? Question mark? How do you feel about it? Question mark? Like,
I have a mixed review.
Okay.
I have a mixed review.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to it. That's the point of what we do
I guess
here,
so. Okay, yeah.
Is I'm going to talk about the things I think when I was...
Right.
Yeah.
As we go through it.
As we go.
So let's start...
Got some really good ups. A few downs.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do the typical end of the book fun fact.
Is that word count or something like that?
Nope.
No, that's the beginning of next book.
Yep. Perspective breakdown.
Perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did we see this book?
We've only done it 12 times.
Okay. So, first off, The Gathering Storm had 50 chapters, a prologue, and an epilogue. Mm-hmm. So, first off, we got to guess the amount of unique perspectives that we saw, and then the total number of point of views. All right, so start us off. Unique perspectives. How many characters do we get to see viewpoints from?
I don't even have a context for, like, the range that this number should be in.
Okay, so it's pretty average. On the scale of all the books we've done so far, it is, like, super average.
I just have no clue.
Okay.
I don't remember at all. How about 24?
Close. Okay. 28.
Okay,
It's pretty good, yeah.
Whoa, I was... Okay.
Yeah, the last, several books were kind of around that range.
Okay.
Okay, now, total point of views, and I'll give you a hint. It's on the higher end of things.
Ooh.
It's actually, I think it is, third or fourth in the total number of point of views.
A lot of point of views.
A lot of switching back and forth.
A lot of switching around.
Right, that's kind of how that works.
Okay. 71.
All right, a little bit low.
Oh, my guess was low?
A little bit low, yeah.
85.
85.
No.
Yeah. Good job. Okay. That's
love
really
that.
good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I think it was like
85 perspectives. Wow.
Yeah, Lord of Chaos really blew it out of the water. It was like 139.
Oh.
But then for the higher end of like the typical book, this was, relatively high. We had a couple books that were like 95-ish, but
okay.
85.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
Now, the more fun part. Who did we see the most perspectives from this book?
Rand.
You firm? Lock that in?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about last time how the dragon symbol got lots of love.
Totally, yeah.
And so
I get it.
Thinking we got lots of Rand perspectives.
That's true, and he did come in number 2.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
But not number 1.
Not number 1. So Rand had 11
Egwene
occurrences.
Egwene wins?
Egwene wins. Yeah.
Egwene wins!
Okay, so Egwene came in at 15 occurrences with 62,000 words. Rand had 11 at 44,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, who comes in number 3?
Matt.
You're right.
Yeah.
Only 5 occurrences, though.
Oh, geez.
Actually,
okay.
To be fair, there's a 3-way tie.
Oh, for
Matt had the highest number of words out of the 3-way tie.
That's probably why it feels that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
32,000 words. But who tied him for number of perspectives? 2 people.
Min?
No.
Okay.
No, she's pretty low down on the list.
Who else did we hear from 5 times?
I'll give you a
Swan.
hint. Yes, that is one of them. Good. She's on the lower end, 14,000 words. There's one person right in the middle, 5 perspectives, 20,000 words. And I'll give you a hint. It felt like 120,000 words.
It's not Perrin.
No.
No.
The one person you hate more than Perrin.
Who do I hate?
Oh my goodness.
More than Perrin?
You're exhausted because we've been moving for 3 days.
I'm going to be like, oh.
Like, we're talking 12-hour days.
Is it Cadsuane?
No, there's one person who annoys the crap out of you even more than Perrin ever did.
Gawain.
It's friggin' Gawain.
Freaking Gawain.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, I was like, I like Cadsuane.
You're like sleep deprived.
I am tired.
Exhausted.
I'm tired. We've been doing a lot, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Gawain.
It's been busy.
Gawain is tied for 3rd. Now we've got...
Oh, we're still going?
You know what's funny? It wasn't a 3-way tie. It was a 4-way tie.
Oh.
Cadsuane.
Oh, also Cadsuane.
Also, yeah, but she had fewer words, 12,000 words. So there you go. Good job. Good for you.
I did it.
Okay, yeah. Now we had a 3-way tie for sure this time.
Oh my god, we're still going?
For number 4.
Do you want me to just list every character in this book?
Kind of.
That's where we're at now at this point.
Fine. And then it was Nynaeve, Aviendha, and Perrin.
Okay.
And then it's Minute 3 and Tuon and then Ideralda.
Okay.
Can we keep going?
No.
There's a lot of one-off people.
I believe that.
Okay. All right. No, we're good to go.
Okay.
That's good. You did good guessing.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Don't forget about Farmer Dude in the Borderlands.
Yeah.
You got one.
Yep. Mishima also got one.
Oh, yes, he did. That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. I forgot that happened in this book.
Yeah.
I can't wait for our recap.
I know. There's so many things to talk about.
I can't even remember. It's been going on for so long. This book has been going on for so long. I don't even know where it started.
Well, at this point, like, each book is taking like 6 months.
It's so long.
It's going to happen again.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let's get into these chapters. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's end the Gathering Storm.
Okay. So, chapter 49, we have Just Another Man, and our chapter symbol is the Avendesora leaf, which we haven't seen in a very long time.
That's true. It's been a while.
Now, we enter in a Rand perspective, and the last time we saw him, he almost killed Tam.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a hold of his emotions.
Right.
And then took off to Abu Dar to destroy the Shan-Chen.
Right.
And I was like, you know what?
You're okay with it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I kind of want to see. We get a whole lot of introspection in these chapters. This isn't the most crazy battle, whatever.
Yes, I am going to preface this chapter by saying I was waiting for something to happen that never happened.
Okay.
There's a lot of ooh, something almost happens.
Like in all these, like in the ending of this book?
In the ending of this book.
Yeah.
And then specifically in this chapter too, when he's in Abu Dar.
Right.
I really thought.
Yeah.
Something might happen.
Yeah, instead of him just throwing up on a bridge and then people being like, "Oh man, are you okay?"
Oh, now you're just summarizing the whole thing.
That's the whole chapter.
I know. I was like, oh.
You're waiting for an ambush or an attack or him to do something. He's gonna do his plan.
Yeah.
But do you want his plan? Do you want him to destroy Abu Dar?
Not really.
Okay.
But I was just waiting for literally anything.
Yeah, you're kind of just blow up a couple buildings. Yeah, that's fine.
Or
you love it.
Someone who recognizes him to start yelling or...
See, but no, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught this. He's in such a good disguise
I did.
that nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's just another man.
Yes.
That's...
No, and his stump is firmly in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can see
Nobody can... And he's got a walking cane, so he's hobbling around.
Definitely not the Dragon Reborn.
Yeah.
That's
no,
for sure.
Not him. No. Okay.
Yeah.
The disguise master.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
It's good. Okay, so Rand is walking through the streets of Ebudar, and yep, just incredible disguise.
Yeah. These peasants don't recognize me. It's
And
like, why would they?
they?
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Now, we do get a lot of Rand thinking about a lot of things this chapter.
Yeah. First off, the disguise. Okay, I don't know why this is so funny to me right now, but it's pretty good.
He does it often, though.
Yeah.
He really has these thoughts about how he's coming across to people
Yeah.
that are often wrong.
Yeah. It's like, I can just imagine, even with the cane that he picks up later, it's like someone's got to be like, you don't need that. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Although
Yeah.
maybe he does need it because he's not well.
Yeah.
Maybe he looks like he needs it.
Yeah, maybe. People come over to him pretty quick when to check on him because he doesn't look well.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's continue.
Which I actually find interesting, but I'm going to talk about that later.
Okay, when we get there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Remind me that I want to talk about something.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Rand right now is realizing that the Shanshan really do bring stability
Yeah.
to where they've conquered.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying because they're slavers.
Yeah.
And we don't like that.
This is one of those like controversial parts where it's like, oh, they're bad people in general.
Yes.
But unless you're part of this very small demographic of specifically channelers,
Yes.
then life's actually pretty good.
Which Rand happens to be a part of.
I mean, he is. And it's also like really frustrating because part of the issue here is that a lot of the places that he's like, it looks like they're doing better than the places that he's gone and restored and, you know, brought peace to.
Right. That's because he like showed up and was like, hey, you live better. And then he'd leave.
Yeah. And he doesn't rule with an iron fist. Like that's part of it too. Like on the outside with these regular folks, yeah, it's peaceful, but the inner workings of Shanshan, like it's really not great for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Including the Shanshan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's really iron fisty.
Yes.
You know, as they say.
Yeah, and what's even more annoying is that people seem to genuinely like the Shanshan as rulers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and we get that bit about the Tinkers.
Yes.
Right?
Because this is where we learn that it's the next day.
Yes,
Like, Rand went there last night, directly there, and then he even spent a night with the Tinkers.
Yeah, he did.
And he's like, they're settling down,
Yes.
and they're not going to be nomadic anymore
Yeah.
because there's lots of safety here for them.
Allegedly, there's disagreements in the Tinker camps about whether or not they're settling down. But that's the issue, is that they've never really been welcomed anywhere by anyone in Randland. And now they're getting, like, actually a bit of a service done with the Shanshan. There's even an agreement where it's like they get food provided by the Shanshan and they feed the people who are coming after dark, and then they go into the city the next day. Like, they have an agreement with rulers, and they don't do that.
And they like fix pots and stuff.
Yeah, as you do, right? But I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So Rand is just doing a lot of thinking about the Tinker's role in the society here, the whole thing. Now, Rand also has time to think about how he nearly just killed his father, and that's a problem.
Yes.
And he wasn't even being forced to do it, like with Semirog or whatever. It was him.
Right.
He did it.
Yeah, and he can't even blame LTT in his mind. Like, in his mind. Because he's like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have craziness to blame. And it's like, well, you kind of do.
I think, yeah. And I don't remember exactly when it is, but a little bit later on, he even says, LTT is starting to sound really sane.
Right.
He's starting to sound really normal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. That's part of it.
Okay, but we're going to get to the nitty-gritty here because Rand is trying to get a grip on himself and on things because he came here to destroy this place, and now he's like, oh my gosh, am I even going to do that? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
He's second-guessing himself, and I think I had rules of leadership, and one of those rules was never, ever second-guess yourself, and then also, like, triple down on anything you always do.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I had that in a book once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Smart.
We were making plans for that. And that's what Rand needs to do here. He's like, no, we're not going to take pity on any of these people here.
Right.
We got to blow up some buildings here.
Yeah.
But he's got a plan. Do you want to go over the plan?
Sure.
Or do you want me to go over the plan?
No, you go over it.
Okay, so here's the thing. With this, we got to be careful because if he pulls in all the power, then he's just going to like light a beacon for the Forsaken, just like the cleansing.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a whole lot of power. But then
he's like, let them come.
Right?
I can defeat them.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to attack. But then he gets held up again because then he can't even unwrap the access key. So he just keeps walking around for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Luce Theron whispers, it'll be a mercy. Death is always a mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And Rand's like, hey, wait a minute. That's starting to sound like my own voice.
So which is it?
Oh,
Is it LTT? Is it Rand?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is where we get the battle plan. Because now he comes up onto that bridge and he can see the big palace where the Daughter of the Nine Moons is.
Yeah, or should be.
Should be.
We don't actually know where she is.
We got no way to verify that.
We just assume that that's where she is right now.
Exactly.
Who's to say?
So now he actually takes out the access key, and then the battle plan, he starts thinking, okay, so I'm going to destroy the palace, and then I'm going to send some balefire off to the ships in the harbor, and then I'm going to rain like a little bit of...
Why not just like regular fire? Why are we bale firing?
Well, he's going to do some regular fire too over the city.
Yeah.
Sprinkle fire over the city. Balefire for certain things, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it for sure eliminates it, right? I guess. Okay,
mm-hmm.
that's my best answer.
Okay, yep.
And then we're gonna travel to the city gates and destroy the garrison, so there can't be any like soldiers coming for reinforcements. Then we're gonna jump north and destroy more soldiers and supplies, and then he's gonna start jumping around Amador and then over to Tanchico, and he's just gonna move quick and never stay in one place for very long, and he's gonna wipe Shanshan off the map literally everywhere with this access key. It's great.
Okay.
That's the plan. He's gonna kill everybody.
Okay.
So, how are we feeling about the plan?
Well, I was just eager to see something, you know?
I get it.
I was like, okay.
I get your need for entertainment.
Yeah, I was like, what's going to happen here? Ooh. And then he goes to grab Sidene, and then he just gets knocked to the ground by how hard the sickness hits him.
Yeah, it's the worst it's ever been.
And then he groans and throws up, and he's like in the fetal position, like moaning.
On the bridge.
Cradling the statue.
Yeah.
So.
And then people are like, oh no, that looks
like
bad.
I barely had enough time to even register what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And like process it. And we didn't even get to anything.
No.
So, I don't know. It's hard to talk about the like would-be maybe plan because he doesn't do any of it. Like if he actually did it, then yeah, let's talk about it. Now let's talk about the repercussions and whatever. He didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, that's the issue, though.
Think about doing anything all day long.
Here's the issue is it's kind of like the whole White Tower thing with them having Elida removed for them. Yes, Elida's out of the picture now, but not because the Aes Sedai did the right thing and got rid of her.
Yeah.
They happened into that situation.
Yeah.
Rand here, hypothetically, was planning to do all this destruction had he been able to grab the power.
Right.
He couldn't. He got knocked down to the ground.
Okay.
Couldn't get a hold of it.
I know, but it's still... I don't even know how to talk about it because it never happened.
Yeah,
I don't even know if he was going to or if he would or not.
That's the hypothetical.
That's
right?
the whole thing. Now, side note, people aren't too happy with me.
You?
Yeah.
Oh no! What did you do?
Well, I said that maybe Rand could rescue Elida.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
And people are like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Need to remind all of our viewers from the beginning. You were like, "She's not that bad."
No, I just said that I understood her circumstance.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Same thing. It's all the same to me.
I know. But now, okay, here's the thing that I want to talk about.
Sure.
So Rand goes down, starts throwing up.
Right.
And people are very concerned, and everybody just starts coming closer to him to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, if I see somebody, like, throwing up and looking very ill on the side of the road,
yeah,
is my first instinct to go towards them?
Sure.
Probably
okay.
no. And then especially in this world where people throw up beetles, they turn into lava people.
Yeah.
We
Well,
got all
okay.
sorts of sicknesses going around and all sorts of
Debatably,
stuff.
the whole fire people and the Beatles people, that's all, I heard from a friend of mine from a town over that might
No,
happen.
I'm sure someone's seen something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But also the general humanity of the people here. You're just cold-hearted. I don't know what to tell you.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up with everything that's going on with people in this world.
Okay.
That they'd all crowd around somebody
so
like
to all
throwing
this,
up
that's
on a
the
bridge.
part you don't buy. No way are they coming to help them. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think that they'd be concerned. They'd be like, ugh, what's wrong with that guy? And like turn the other way. Don't cross that bridge.
I have somewhere else to be right now. Oh, look at the time. I don't even have a watch. Yeah. Okay. You know what? You've got a really fair point. Yeah. You know what? I don't have a rebuttal for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just especially with all the weird sicknesses.
I get the soldiers starting to approach.
Maybe.
Because maybe that's like part of their job.
Maybe. No.
But
no.
Okay.
Anyway, Rand's like, Gah! And he's all frustrated, and then he makes a gateway, and then he just like skims away.
Yeah, he throws himself onto a little Aes Sedai disc in the black nothingness of skimming. We haven't seen skimming for a long time.
That's true.
But that is how you have to do it.
Yeah, he's just curled up on the disc for a minute or 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really sure.
He has a lot of thoughts about himself. A lot of negative self-talk.
Why can't I be strong enough?
Yep.
Why can't I do what I must?
Yeah. Okay, I do want to talk about his mindset, though, because he brings up some points that may or may not be, accurate. He thinks that he's a necessary kind of destruction. Like, we have to do this because we've come so far. Why can't he just finish the job? Because someone has to finish the job. So why can't he do it?
Well, and I mean, like, in finishing the job, in air quotes.
Sure.
That's just destroying Shanshan.
Yes, that's the issue with the Shanshan right now is because there is no peace treaty. We don't know, like, we have heard from the Shanshan about them fighting the Shadow.
Like, I would say that, like, necessary destruction would be balefiring the Forsaken.
Sure.
Sure. Defeating the Dark One.
He's trying to protect his rear flank because all of his allies, who he's going to basically empty cities to go and fight the Dark One, he's leaving them all open.
I do understand his point.
Yeah.
And he does have the power to just, like, do it. And so many less people would die than if he just, like, went to battle. Would we support him going to battle against the Shanshan?
Yeah, good question.
Because so many more people would probably die.
I mean, maybe.
On both, like, on...
Probably.
All the Shanshan would probably die.
At least equal numbers.
And a bunch on his side would die. So why is him doing a bit of lightning rain and balefire worse than going to battle?
Yeah.
Actually, though,
once again, you're arguing for the destruction of Ebudar.
A little bit. I really don't like the Shanshan.
No, I get that. But a lot of the people in Shanshan territory are not Shanshan. Like, they're just...
It's worth going to war to abolish slavery. It's worth that.
Yeah, but not necessarily if that means destroying the entire city and all the people who live there, not just the people in power.
It wasn't going to be everybody who lives there. It was going to be the palace and the Shanshan boats and then all of just the Shanshan outposts.
Okay.
It was a good plan.
Okay. He was also going to rain fire down on the city. He did say that.
Just a little.
Just a little bit of fire on the city.
Just mostly. Okay. Just mostly in the areas that are densely populated by Shanshan.
Right. Because he surely did his homework for this. Anyways, I like it.
I don't know. I'm actually not so against it.
I know you aren't. I know that.
It would have been interesting,
This is why you're not allowed to be.
It would have been more interesting than Ron, like, crying on a disc for 8 hours.
Oh, man. Okay.
I mean,
very
cool. Dramatic.
Great, love it.
It's so dramatic. It's like, whoa.
It is pretty dramatic because then he opens up a gateway onto an empty field, and that's the place where he previously went crazy with Kalendor, right? Ooh. So we're kind of lining up to have a like a throwback, little throwback. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he stares for a while. Then he makes another gateway.
Yeah.
And he goes through, and now it's really snowy here.
Yeah. And then Rand thinks, why have we come here?
This is good, but this is the thing I want you to pick up on.
Okay.
Rand thinks, why have we come here? And the response is also from Rand.
Yeah.
It's not from Lews Therin.
Not from Lews Therin.
Usually when we
I know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not quite understanding that
Sure.
you're going to have to
Okay.
help me out a little bit with.
Okay. It's just funny because usually if one of them asks the question, the other answers, but this
Yes.
time it's Rand is asking
It's all
and answering.
Rand, because
It's
they're
all
the
Rand.
same.
It's Rand.
It's all Rand.
Always has been.
That's
Anyways,
annoying.
let's talk about that later.
I'm annoyed by that.
It's also very controversial. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So if you are,
Can you buy me an ice cream cake?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I'm wrong, though.
Also, we're taking the word of this guy. Come on.
I know.
Right? Okay.
I know. I'm still on board with Luce there and being real.
That's part of why it's pretty. We're not even in that chapter yet. What are you doing?
Nothing. That's
Okay.
just the interesting part.
Hey, where are we? Where did we come?
Dragon Mount.
Oh,
We
it's
made
so dramatic,
this.
though.
This is where we died.
It is where we died. He's at the very top.
And
And
he's
he-
looking down
you
at
can
the
see the
volcano.
lava.
Yeah, ooh.
It's still lava in the volcano, right? I always get confused which
No,
one's like magma.
Magma's inside.
But it
Lava's outside.
but even if it's exposed and you can see it though.
I think it's still technically magma in the volcano.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to argue the
Yep.
point. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
And let's look around because we got a really good view right now. So we're gonna see a bunch of stuff. He's like, "Ooh, look, there's the forest over there. And ooh, I bet the Two Rivers is that way."
Yeah.
And he sees a little bit of Tarvalon. Yeah, that's nice.
And then he just sits down.
Yeah, makes a little weave, keep himself warm.
Yeah.
It's no sex igloo, but you know.
It's not.
Yeah.
Now, I actually originally thought when it was all snowy,
You thought he was back
I
there?
thought he went to Shanshan.
Nice.
And I was like, ooh, attack
Blow up-
here.
Attack there. Those are all Shanshan people.
They're all...
He'd kill them all.
Kill 'em
yeah,
all.
It's great.
Stop him from coming here,
Yeah,
at
we have
least.
no problems with that, right?
No. None.
Okay. Okay.
But I thought maybe,
Yeah, no,
that's
I get
the
that.
only other place we've seen that's like... And he's like, I recognize this place. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Shanshan Field.
You know what? I like that too. That's good.
It's not
It's
that.
not there.
It's not.
Top of Dragman's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And again, there's that whole story a little while ago, if you recall, that Rand talked about having heard a story from Tam way back when about climbing to the very top of Dragon Mount. And the whole point is that that's your final climb. It's not that people can't do it, is that when they climb to the top of Dragon Mount, that's their last climb.
Okay, but they obviously can't gateway.
They obviously can't gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Or make
Rand
the
didn't
air.
climb. Rand didn't climb.
No,
Dragon
it's a
Mount.
metaphor, Danny. It's a metaphor.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is the end of this chapter.
It is. Okay.
So let's take a quick break,
Sounds good.
and we'll be right back. Okay. So we're back, and we are going to talk about Chapter 50,
Mm-hmm.
Veins of Gold.
Yeah,
And our
and-
chapter symbol's the dragon.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this is a lot of people's favorite chapter of the book.
Is it yours? Or did you already give me yours?
I already did my favorite.
Which one was yours?
The whole Min's gonna get killed thing. Remember? There's the big thing where,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine is the one where Egwene wins.
Okay.
I like that. That's my favorite part. I just love that the tower stuff wrapped up.
Yeah.
Finally,
okay.
you know?
What are you more happy for?
Tower stuff
So-
wrapping up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in the book recap. Now we gotta talk about Vince Gold, because like I was saying, it's a little bit controversial for some of the stuff.
Ooh, what's controversial?
Well, like the whole LTT thing. Right? So there's that.
Okay. I'm also going to talk about in this chapter, I was expecting maybe something to happen.
Yeah.
Just in a excitement
Sure.
way.
But this is okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
Like,
but
I thought maybe there'd be, like, another sort of, like, Ishmael or Moradin
Sure.
kind of chat or
Yeah.
something.
I get that.
I don't know what else I was really expecting, because we've already killed two Forsaken this book.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
And Egwene has won
Yeah.
the tower. And so, like, a lot of really cool stuff has happened. And so, I don't
For
know.
sure.
I think I was just expecting
So here's the thing. Not everything.
not everything has to be a big thing.
No, this is
Yeah.
our boy finding his way in the world and maybe coming to terms with more things about himself. This is a win, 100% for me in Rand's, but like...
And for Cadswing.
And for Catswin and Cerelia, because they had this whole thing that Rand needs to do. He's got a job to do here. Our boy needed to heal a little bit in the mindset.
Okay.
And I think we get that this chapter.
And do you think maybe we get that because Sidene is cleansed? Is he starting to go reverse crazy? Like, you know?
I don't necessarily... I wouldn't necessarily argue that.
Because if he's crazy, he's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if we're if we're mad,
Sure.
because of the taint,
Sure.
it's not necessarily reversible.
No, but here's the thing, too. Part of Rand's madness is from Sidene, but the other part of his is trauma, and it's the role that he has to fulfill in the world.
Trauma.
And a lot of this is him come to terms with his role and what he has to do and why he has to do it, why he's going to choose to do it. Is literally the inspirational speech that Tam tried to give him. Yeah. And Rand is figuring out...
Well, he just needed time to process.
Yeah, he did. He needed a little bit of time by himself. No stupid rulers or Aes Sedai trying to pick his brain or push him one way or another.
Stupid Aes Sedai.
He needed a little bit of healing. A little bit of self-love here.
Okay.
So, I'm here for it.
I still think he should go to therapy.
Yeah. We don't have time for that right now.
We just have time to sit on a mountain by ourselves?
For a couple hours.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
He could have been spending that time talking it out.
You gotta book those appointments like weeks in advance
Hardly,
here.
no way.
You want to go to a walk-in therapist? No way. There's a reason they're not booked up.
You gotta.
You book an appointment.
Okay. All right. So we're entering in Rand's perspective, and the wind is whipping all around, and Rand's still just like sitting here by his warming weave.
Yeah, and he melted all the snow, so he's now just like on the rock of the mountain, I guess.
Yeah, and he's at the highest point in the world.
Okay, now here's a bone to pick.
I'm at the top of the world.
Here's a bone to pick. Like, top of a mountain, and it's snowy. Like, how deep was this snow? I guess it's really high, and, maybe there's that too, but I'm just saying, like, on top of a mountain, usually there's a lot of snow. Mm-hmm. It's not just like a little bit of snow and you melt it and there's a rock. It's like there's a lot of snow.
Yeah, probably melted it all.
Been on a bunch of mountains. A lot of snow there.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's rocks. Okay, anyways, I just want to, point that out.
Okay.
I don't know how much research went into the whole snow thing.
Oh, this again.
Yeah.
Probably none.
I'm not talking about snow on a lake or ice on a lake. I'm talking about snow on a mountain this time.
I got it. Okay.
It's different.
All right. Anyway, he's not going to let the power go because if he needs to seize it again, he basically can't.
And also,
which I still don't even quite understand.
Yeah.
Why?
Sure. Okay. I don't think he does either.
No, he definitely doesn't.
And also, if he can't channel again, then he will die because he's on top of a mountain.
Right.
He does not have proper, clothes at all.
No, and he's going to have to gateway out of here.
Right.
Because...
Can't climb down that mountain.
No, he definitely cannot. He has
no
strength for that.
Now you got finger mittens or nothing? Nothing.
He doesn't have a hat?
Nothing.
Not a toque?
Yeah.
Not a scarf?
Yeah.
No hiking boots?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You need food and water. That's a long hike.
Also that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, he's been here for hours, and it's time to get super philosophical.
Right.
Because we're going to answer the question, what is the Dragon Reborn anyway?
Mm-hmm. So he goes over a couple options. A symbol, a sacrifice, a sword meant to destroy, a sheltering hand meant to protect, a puppet.
For the strings just to be cut.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But in the end, he has accepted that he is going to die at the end of this, and shouldn't that just be enough?
Yeah. No, he's a little bit angry at the world.
Yeah.
A little bit of anger.
And he thinks about how everything started going really terribly after Moiraine died. So this is clearly her fault.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and his fault.
I'm just joking. I know.
Oh, but also her fault,
Yeah. And here we go. A whole nother book without Moiraine coming back.
Yeah, I guess you're wrong about that one.
I was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, she should be coming back soon, right?
Oh, gosh. I just... Come on!
It's funny and sad because Moiraine
has been, listen to me, it has been a full year since we were camping, and I read Moraine's letter to Tom.
Yep.
Like a full calendar year for me, learning that potentially we have to go save Moiraine, and we haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Yep, totally.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know how you feel. About wondering, where's Moiraine?
Gosh.
I get it.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's been 7 books, man. It's been
worst.
So long. There's only 2 more. And at what point does it not matter if she's coming back or not?
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for Rand to shout out all of the things that he's been bottling up. And, I mean, I guess this is a form of therapy.
Sure.
We're just going to,
shouting at the world?
Shout at the world, yeah.
That's true. Well, okay, because he's been bottling things up. You got to let it out, otherwise the bottle explodes.
Let it out.
Right?
Yeah, it's like that thing where you write the letter and then you burn it.
Right.
Like that kind of thing. It's kind of like that. Like, get it out.
Okay, so Rand has a series of questions and or concerns for HR. What if I don't want the pattern to continue? So this is problematic.
Yeah, because he's like, ugh, going round and round and round in circles is just
doing
sucks.
the same things. People making the same dumb mistakes, and rulers failing their people.
What's even the point?
What's the point of it all? So we're in the, nihilism
Existential
stages.
crisis.
A little bit of that too.
Nihilism, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Did you learn that from The Good Place?
No.
I did.
Oh, okay. Learned from Wheel of Time.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Okay, now another question that Rand has: what if I think it's all meaningless, and what if I don't want it to keep turning? Which is a little bit the same
That's
as
the same. That's
like
literally
wanting
the
pattern to
exact same
continue.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
next.
But I will point out that he does a nice little like Wheel of Time phrasey, because he's like, hey, they'll become legends, and those legends will be forgotten, and then it'll all start over again. It's like a little bit of like the first sentence. You gotta like that.
It. We got it, Brando.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I've read these books.
Yeah.
I get it.
Sometimes I think that Rand hasn't read these books.
You know what? I don't think he has.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is when, after these first series of questions, he starts to pull in power from the access key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Starts to glow. Clouds are getting darker.
Oh, no.
Right? And then Rand shouts, what if he is right? He being the Dark One.
Oh, Luz Theron? No, just kidding.
Also Luz Theron. Because also LTT's been saying some of those things.
He really does want it all to end, yeah.
Yeah. What if it's better for all of it to end? And then he pulls in more and more and more.
None of this matters.
That is what he says.
Yeah.
I love your dramatic voice of shoutings too. It's good.
Well, I don't like to shout into the microphone, so I have to like
like fake shout.
Yeah.
It's good. And then he draws in more and more.
Yeah.
And
Lots.
And he's only felt this way twice before. Once when he cleansed Sidene.
And the other time when he created Dragonmount.
Whoa. And we're using a lot of like me.
Uh-huh.
When I did
When I did that.
When I did it, yeah. And
Yeah.
then he does even more.
Whoa.
Because this out. So here's the thing, too. Just as like a little tidbit for the Choden Call and the Sangreal that it is, the amount of power that this thing can hold.
It's a lot.
And if you recall, when LTT first, like when we first got introduced to them, and LTT was like, whoa, nobody should have that much power. They were afraid to use them because of how much power they can hold.
Yeah.
Like they are crazy power. Like the level that these things are at is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Just as like pointing it out again, if you weren't sure.
Okay. A lot.
Yeah.
Got it. So Rand is thinking, you know what? Luz Theron made a mistake way back when because he died, but he kept the world alive to be reborn, and I'm just going to destroy everything.
Yeah, so we're going down a pretty dark path here.
Yeah.
And again...
Why? Why do we have to do this again? Every single time it sucks.
You gotta wake up again.
Every single time.
And again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You really nailed it. It's a good summary.
Yeah.
It's basically what he's doing.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Existential crisis.
I'm done.
And then LTT is finally going to say something super useful.
Okay.
Because Rand asks, why do we have to do this again? I've already failed. She's dead by my hand. Why must you make me live it again?
Is that Ilyena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, I mean...
I don't even know what's happening right
maybe.
now. Like, this whole thing, I was like...
It's all a little bit, like, metaphorical, but also, like, it probably is Ilyena, but also it could be a lot of people. Rand blames himself for a lot of people's deaths.
Okay.
But also, specifically, like, she's dead by my hand. That's pretty directly for Ilyena. And then LTT chiming in with, why do we live again? And Rand's like, yeah, I want to know the answer to that question. And LTT says... maybe
it's so that we can have a second chance.
Right?
You know what? It's a problem when the crazy guy in your head starts sounding more sane than you.
That's true. Yeah. And then that makes Rand freeze in this whole course of drawing in way too much power.
He remembers what Tam said about why he needs to do things.
Right? You don't always get to choose what you do, but you can choose why you do it. And then he's trying to consider the answers to those questions, like why do we go to battle?
Yeah, each time we live, we get to love again.
Right?
Yeah, and that's the answer, and that's what we were talking about last time.
We were, and I have to say, like, maybe it's a little bit of love's the answer.
Yeah.
But also maybe a little bit of it's love the answer. Like, that's the answer. That's the answer. And I actually really appreciate this because...
love, peace, joy, hope. Oh, he remembers it all.
He does. He remembers the lives.
And that's all the stuff that the Dark One will never feel.
You don't get it. You don't get it at all.
Yeah.
But I like that Rand says, if I live again, then she might too. Right? And that's pretty sweet. Because there is such a play with Ilyena and, like, Elaine and the other loves that...
or Moraine, maybe.
Or Moraine, too. Like, but all of it. It all connects.
Mm-hmm.
It all connects.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's going to fight And that's why he's going to live again.
Okay, good.
Because he just wants to do a better job next time.
You know what? Until the next time he feels angry and goes crazy.
Yeah.
But for now, we're doing good.
You know what? And that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We don't have to hold out much longer from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good for now, and that's good enough.
Like literally until Catswin pisses him off again. That's how long we have.
Right.
For this to last.
But maybe that'll be long enough.
Maybe.
That's all we're looking for here.
Anyway, Rand's gonna blow up the access key.
And the Sangreal.
Yeah, that's what the access key is. And the whole statue?
Well, yeah, crushes like the ball. Like he burns the access key, which is a Terangreal.
Okay.
A Terangreal that allows you to access the Sangreal.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, he fries the shit out of them both. Like, let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, we're done here.
Okay.
We're done. Get these things off the world. Let's wipe them off the map here.
Okay, because the female one is done, right?
Yep.
So now they're both done?
Got them off the board.
So my prediction that we were going to use those to beat the Dark One?
Well, I mean, we cleansed Sidene with them.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's a pretty solid win. That's a good win.
I already got the win with that, but I was hoping that there'd be, like, another double bonus win.
We're not just, like, zapping the Dark One with Balefire here.
But Lanfear said.
She doesn't know.
I know, I just thought,
Lanfear
it was
doesn't know anything.
She knows lots. And I just have to say, I wanted a win. I wanted more wins.
Okay. I feel like this is a pretty big win.
This is a huge win. Yeah, it's a win.
Brand having a little bit of, like, mental stability is a big win for our Dragon Reborn.
I really like him having so much power. And it, like, kind of upsets me that he doesn't have it if he needs it.
Can we blow up Shale Ghoul?
Like, he's gonna
blow up that.
Yeah, go Balefire the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Mount Doom, blast, go to where they're forging all of the fucking Trolloc weapons.
Right.
Balefire that place.
The Valley of?
Thakindar.
Yes. And I have to say, you did say Mount Doom.
To whom?
No, you didn't say Mountains of Doom. You said Mount Doom.
Isn't that's what it is?
That's what it is in Lord of the Rings.
Mount Doom. There's an H in there.
You said it, and it's the end of the book, and I think we should take a shot.
We don't even have shot glasses. Just pass me that bottle. No, we don't.
Which bottle do you want? Oh, we got 2 bottles. Excellent. We got nothing left here.
Clearing out our shelf over here.
I'll take the more full one. Okay. Thank you. Cheers with our 2 almost empty bottles of blackberry whiskey. Cheers to the ending.
Mount Doom.
Should always do shots like this.
Yeah.
Why do we even use shot glasses?
Why do we even use glasses at all?
New thing. People want to send us stuff. Send me bottles of liquor.
No, don't say that out loud. You can't do it. We're in Canada. You can't just send liquor. People have tried to send us bottles of liquor and failed. So you can't do it, actually.
That's true. Just smuggle it in like a tire. Send me a tire, and then in that tire will be a bottle of liquor.
A tire?
Yeah, it's like smuggling 101.
What the hell's wrong with you? No.
Yeah.
No. We don't.
You've seen that border security show, right?
No.
Get a pineapple, cut the middle out of the pineapple.
Yeah.
Put a bottle of whiskey in the pineapple.
No. Somebody sent us something one time and said, "Don't tell the Mounties."
Right.
that was a smuggle situation. I actually remember that. But
right.
Shot glasses are much more fun.
That's true. Okay. So, to end that, the Choden Call explodes.
And the Tempest ends.
You got that. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Because the storm was gathering. Now, I guess it ends? Or no, the storm is still gathering.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know if it's like a literal...
I'm just talking about the whole book.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know what? That's a nice conclusion to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got the word The Tempest.
We did.
Which, we still haven't got the rights to using that song.
Not yet.
Yeah. We went this entire book without being proactive on that one.
No. Okay. Let's end this this chapter. We've got one epilogue to do after this.
That's true. Okay. But somehow Rand knows, after all of this, he'll never hear Luz Theron's voice again.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were not 2 men, and there never had been. Mm-hmm. So, like, why is Rand all of a sudden so lucid and sane?
Well, I mean, this is part of the controversial part of it, is this is all coming from Rand.
But how does he know that right now? But he didn't know it before.
So,
how did he have all of the memories?
Yeah, well, you're asking a lot of questions, a lot of good questions, and I appreciate your questions. So, to try to shed a little bit of clarity on this, I can only say so much right now, unfortunately. However, what I will say is this is like the moment of zen for Rand, as it were.
Convenient.
Where he is
Got it.
getting
Okay.
a moment of clarity in his life and madness. And with the whole thing about
I'm
LTT...
going to miss Luz Theron.
Well, here's the thing. It's contested by a lot of people about whether or not LTT is or not real per se as a secondary person. But in one way to think of this, and this kind of might help you see where we're coming from, Luz Theron is Rand's way of partitioning the madness in his brain. So the madness was always his way of... Like, LTT was the way of him dealing with his madness. It started to come out really strong when he was put in a box.
Yeah.
And that's when Luz Theron started showing up. And then
And giving
he
him
fed
very
that.
helpful advice that
Yeah.
Rand didn't previously have.
Rand still has access to the former memories of his former self.
Yeah.
Rand is Luz Theron.
Yeah.
They're one and the same person. It's not a second person.
Mm-hmm.
He has access to the memories of Luz Theron, but the Luz Theron voice is still just Rand.
Okay.
He's
Rand,
bonkers.
Would Rand have always gotten access to those memories, or did he have to be crazy to get them?
That's a good question, and we don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, because other people...
Did we need the taint and the madness to help break that barrier down?
Yeah, how did we get access to those memories? Because we didn't have them before.
Right? So maybe it's like the Dark One's touch of making the madness on Sidene. Maybe that's the thing that gave Rand access to the former memories, which he's now currently using. Like, maybe a little bit of blowback on the Dark One here, too.
Yeah, and what about, like, Luz Theron grabbing hold of Sidene and doing a bunch of stuff that, like, Rand can't do?
Again, that's just access to old memories and knowing how to do things with the power. It's still Rand. It's just Rand's crazy part of his brain taking control.
I don't know. Let me tell you about how neuroscience works.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much we're basing it off of that. Because there's magic involved, you know? Science and magic.
Magic. You
Right?
know what? If you tell me magic, I'm on board.
Gotcha.
Just say that.
Yeah.
It's magic.
A little bit of magic. But here's the important part. Ending this chapter,
Yeah.
Rand looks out over the world and looks up at the sun and he smiles and he lets out a big old belly laugh.
Huge laugh. A big Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
And he shakes his belly like a
And
bowl
thus
full of jelly.
the legend of Santa became real in the Wheel of Time.
Oh my gosh.
Ho, ho, ho.
What I like is that the sun comes out.
Yeah, it does. And we're going to get that in the next chapter.
Yes,
That's a central theme there.
it is.
Okay. So good
It
on...
also puts a timestamp on some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I've been waiting for this whole book, and we finally get it in the epilogue.
Yeah. So here's the thing, too. Okay. I know we're going to be a little bit mad at Catherine, probably a little bit, because her plan with Tam, right? But I'm just saying, maybe we have to say thank you, because if she didn't bring Tam here...
I thought it was an excellent idea. I just thought the execution was a little poor.
Right.
The execution was off. The idea itself, I never said was bad.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a good idea
I
to
get
bring
that.
Tam in.
I get that, but like now the execution of what she did do is what also led us to this moment.
Well, who's to say we couldn't have had this moment
That's true.
if it was done better?
And not so dramatically.
Yes.
But Rand loves his drama.
Well, is it Rand or is it Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson?
Yeah.
Do they love the drama?
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
one and the same.
It's the same. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, hey, we did it. We won.
For now.
We solved our mental health issues.
Okay.
Oh.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say, oh yeah, we solved all our trauma.
Yeah, we did it.
No
Hooray.
problem.
We did
now
it.
I don't have trauma anymore.
We did it.
I can laugh again. All right, but that is the end of the chapter.
Right. Okay.
Should we just move straight into this epilogue? It's not long.
Yeah, I think so. Let's
Okay.
end strong here.
Okay. Epilogue. Bathed in light. And now, some people accused me of not understanding what an epilogue and a prologue are.
Well, that's because you don't understand it.
No, wrong. I completely understand what they are. I just don't necessarily agree with the writing style
Sure.
of some of these prologues and epilogues.
Right.
It just feels like it should be chapter 1.
Yeah.
I do think epilogues and prologues serve purposes in books.
Yeah.
Sometimes in these books, I'm confused about their purpose.
Yeah. It's like a PS.
Yeah.
At the end of a note. Here you
It's
go.
a PS. And so this...
And sometimes you do the PS intentionally in the
yeah.
letter.
And this is a hybrid last chapter epilogue.
Right. It is.
It's like your end credit.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie and the credits end, then you get an extra little snippet.
You stayed in the theater a little bit longer. There you go.
That's kind of this.
Yeah.
You get a little Egwene wrap up. Okay. So, Bathed in Light is the title, and the chapter symbol is the wheel and snake.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Egwene is working away in the Amerlin study, and we get a description about how she finally has a proper desk and chair to work from.
Yes, not that stupid folding chair.
I feel like we could have magically enhanced that, or just gotten a different chair.
Don't even need to magically enhance it. Just
point,
put a piece of wood somewhere and just nail that sucker
in. At any point.
Yeah.
We could have done better, but now finally she has one.
Mm.
We also get that all of Elida's stuff is gone, like she never existed.
But it's under lock and key. She kept it, which is smart, and it's being guarded so they can sift through it and figure out what kind of crazy plans Elida was working on.
So many.
Because
of the influence of Dark Friends.
Well,
and
even just crazy Elida, what was she doing, and what's going to come back and bite us in the butt when we're not expecting it?
Right.
So we're going to have to figure that out sometime, but not now.
Okay. But right now, Egwene is working through reports from Sylviana, who is apparently a way more effective keeper than Sheriam ever was.
Yeah, which, makes sense.
Totally.
Because she's a dark friend. Yes. She's probably trying to be ineffective.
Of course.
That's the point.
Yeah, duh.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, Egwene also has 2 letters of disapproval that she got from Romanda and Lelaine, and they're currently arguing about what to do with the Damani that Egwene has captured during the Shanshan raid.
Okay, what do you think of Egwene's plan? Because her plan with the Damani that she captured, she wants to train them as Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that plan? We've seen Damani before. But also we have some Damani like Olivia.
Yes.
Who's I want to kill all the Shanshan I can. Yeah. But it's you got to be careful because some of them will be on the other side where they're
okay,
I want to go
back.
back.
See me. I'm making a face because I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
That is a tricky pickle.
I will say that they're a lot more equipped to do this in the White Tower than, for example, Elaine is in Camelin.
Oh, God, yes.
Not very organized on that whole...
Right.
And the sea folk. Because there's a whole thing that she was going through. I feel like if the White Tower wants to give it a go, they have the resources and enough people here to give it a fair go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Give them an opportunity to not be Damani slaves forever, right?
Oh yeah, I for sure think that.
But also, do you want to train them as Aes Sedai?
We just have to be very cautious.
Yeah.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
How about that?
The problem is that the problem with the White Tower is, there's a lot of things.
Yes.
The problem here is that the White Tower doesn't really have a lot of ways to go about people who aren't going to become Aes Sedai. Even the accepted who don't pass or aren't strong enough or whatever.
No, we just kick them out. Bye.
It's here's enough silver for a year. Get out, and also never channel the power.
But Egwene's trying to change that.
I know she is, but previously,
there
was nothing.
It's always been terrible. Yes, yeah. I agree.
So there's a lot of systems we got to implement here.
Yeah. All right. Now we are going to get some of Egwene's thoughts on how things are currently going. We get a bit of an update.
This is a huge
one. We find out
Yeah.
that most of the Black Aja from the tower have escaped, which makes sense because when they were seizing all the Black Aja from the rebel camp, obviously word made it back.
Yeah, because they didn't get them all.
Yeah.
It does make sense. And there was such a delay between one and the next.
Yeah. So we get a number. We learn that 60
roughly 60
has escaped.
Yeah.
And we find out that Sayarin had taken some sort of census following the Shanshan attack.
Yeah, so...
to find out, who has left.
Yeah, and that was good on her for actually doing some sort of number tracking here.
Yeah, so who's gone, who's captured.
Nearly 40 women from the White Tower, which includes over 24 full Aes Sedai. So
we're taken in the raid.
Over 24 Aes Sedai, which leaves probably about a dozen or so accepted / novices were taken from the Shanshan raid. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. We also learned that Egwene has made everyone re-swear their oaths on the oath rod to just do the whole make sure you're not Black Aja situation.
They did catch 2 or 3
that
three
weren't
others.
On Varen's list.
Yes, there's only 3 others, so really good list, Varen.
Yep.
Solid list. Okay. And then Sylviana volunteered. She went first.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a side note, because, you're worried, because, your last keeper, you did execute her.
Yeah.
You want to make sure this one's clear, too.
Yeah. And there's a little pushback, but then they're like, "Oh, the rebels did it."
Right.
So
And also, we executed people, so like,
you better
do you want to?
do it?
You gotta
yeah,
do it.
exactly.
Okay.
Now we do still have the threat of Masana maybe still hiding in the tower, posing as an Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
Unless she totally bailed.
Right, and we actually get 3 names because Egwene is going
so random,
through
and
people.
I'm like, do I even know who these are?
We don't know any
I've
of
never
them.
heard these names before.
Yeah, it's just like there's a brown, a green, and a red. She's like, there's some suspects because they're all very weak and they're all in the tower for years. Like, maybe.
And then she's like, oh, no way that she'd be weak. And it's like, no, but
it's a disguise.
You can hide that. You know that, Egwene.
Yeah, but
You've
would they?
done it.
The Forsaken are arrogant and would never pose as a weak person having to fetch tea and such, you know?
But, like...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If it served them, they might do that.
I know nothing about Masana. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So what are your thoughts? Is Masana still here or did she bail?
My gut...
Is there another option? I don't know.
When I thought that
Yeah.
it was going to be narrowed down to those 3, like, for sure somehow...
Sure.
My gut was the brown.
Okay.
Because of the bronze skirt.
Wasn't it trim, though?
Yeah, but still. Bronze is a type of brown.
Yeah, but that's just the trim, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I thought the whole thing was bronze.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know enough about dresses or clothes. Skirts,
so
sure.
I was like, okay, brown. It's the brown one. But I didn't note the name.
Sure.
And,
Nalasia Merhan.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe she didn't bail, but removed herself for the time being, and then is going to, like, reinsert herself somehow.
Sure. Why not?
Because all of her lackeys are out of the tower.
Yeah. Now, I gotta say,
right?
like, I know Egwene is pretty disappointed that they all got away.
Although there's probably some accepted and novices still. Maybe. Because they didn't have to swear. At least all the full Aes Sedai who are here.
But we've also heard that the Black Aja doesn't really recruit for non-Aes Sedai. We have heard that.
Yes, but a lot of them came already Dark Friends.
Some.
Yeah.
Some. But anyways, okay. The point I was going to make. Egwene's a little disappointed, but I gotta say, the numbers that they not only executed, but having removed basically the entire Black Aja network from the White Tower, huge freaking win right before the last battle.
Yeah.
That's gotta disrupt like so many plans. So much.
Yep.
So good on Egwene for doing that, and good on Varen for making it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Except now there's how many Black Aja just in the world posing as their Aes Sedai selves.
Better than in the tower. It's better to have them out doing whatever than it is to have them infiltrating the White Tower, running from the inside.
Yeah, especially with them in like the next seat of power.
Yep.
And everything, right? So
assuming like the last battle goes down, it's like, what are they going to be in charge of? But now nothing, because we got them. We basically got them. Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple stragglers, but like...
And if they return and we know their names, then no.
Got them. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Not allowed back in here.
Okay, so Sylviana knocks on the door and comes in and tells Egwene, I think you might want to see this.
Right, okay. So we don't need to do the description of the walk towards the Hall of the Tower.
We walk there.
But I do want to point out what's happening in the Hall of the Tower right now, because you remember that big, like, scenic hole in the wall right behind the Amerlin seat?
Yeah, the one where the hole was blasted?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cinematic.
Cinematographic.
Right. Now we're putting up a glass.
Yeah, window.
Rose glass.
We're turning it into a window.
Right, because we're going to remember this.
Yes.
We're going to remember it, and that's
Very good.
Yes, even the White Tower can be attacked. And you did bad.
They did do bad.
But in the story, in the history books.
But Egwene did great.
Yeah, we're gonna rewrite that section though a little
slightly,
bit.
probably. Yeah.
Do it like a White Cloak. There were 10,000 Damani on fire-breathing dragons.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, what Sylviana wants Egwene to see is that there is sun shining down on Dragonmount.
Hooray!
Hooray! The first time in weeks that Egwene can remember seeing direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Timestamp.
Yeah, and it's good because then she does tell Sylviana, like, hey, mark that down the calendar because something's happened. Maybe eventually we'll have an answer of, like, what happened, if anything.
Yep.
But she seems to be taking this as a good sign.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Storms will come soon, but for now, I am here.
Here we go.
Okay.
That's it. The end.
Mm-hmm.
Book 12.
Yeah, I mean,
we Wheel of Time.
We got that end prophecy now.
Oh, right. I always forget about that.
Gotta do it.
Okay, read it for me.
All right, and this is kind of interesting. So, at the end of time, when the many become one, The last storm shall gather its angry winds to destroy a land already dying, and at its center the blind man shall stand upon his own grave. There he shall see again and weep for what has been wrought. So, this one's from the Prophecy of the Dragon. We get a whole official translation, but it's from the imperial records of the House of Shandar, which is in Shanshan.
Mm-hmm, yes.
So it's just interesting that we've got
an
something
prophecy from Shanshan.
from there, yeah. So,
yep.
Okay.
Neat.
You can dig through that one, I guess.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, yeah. So I think there's gonna be like a battle or something. It sounds like that's coming.
Oh, weird.
Right? The end of time. The end of time sounds bad, right?
The end times?
The end times, right? Okay. So, yeah, that's it. That's all. We are moving on. Well, book summary first. Right.
Yeah, the recap and review will come. Yeah.
And then we get to move into Towers of Midnight.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And
Okay.
I gotta plot that one out. I haven't done that yet.
Ooh, yeah. We gotta figure out what our life is about to look like. So,
Yep.
Things... Yep.
Yeah, so please stay tuned for the recording schedule. We will for sure be doing the Tuesday releases still.
Yep.
I don't know how long our lives will be so chaotic with the house move.
Yeah, I'm hoping things settle down. My course is over.
Yeah.
Things are...
It's crazy now, but it's settling.
It is.
Yeah.
I see the settling on the horizon.
I can see the beam of light shining down on Dragonmount.
Oh, nice.
Right? Okay, that's a good one.
That's very nice.
Ho.
Yeah, belly laugh.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I liked it. I like this book.
Like, generally speaking?
Just generally, I like the book.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah.
process it.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm excited for the recap.
Yeah.
Because I love remembering the things that happened in this book.
Right.
Because I think there was very little that I actually disliked.
Right.
I think for the most part it was good. Great, even,
yeah.
maybe.
I mean, you're smiling when you say good.
Hey.
Like, you sound enthusiastic.
Hey.
Yeah, you could use a stronger word than good, but I mean, whatever
I
floats your boat here.
will get there.
Okay.
I will get there. I can't wait. So, before you go ahead and finish book 12, The Gathering Storm, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett, produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Feltz, Benjamin, Jamie Young, Megan, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Adam, Mozyme, Michelle Forbes, MKM, Antoine Benoit, Lawrence Bradley, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, and Zane Sciacca. With music by Audionautics. Everyone, go ahead and be sure to check out our Patreon page if you are interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon exclusive merchandise as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else. And at the time of this recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. So you can find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping other people find us. And make sure to tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening, everyone. This really is part of the pattern now.